Hey guys, we are going to talk about one last thing when it comes to adding and subtracting mixed numbers, and that's when you have a mixed number and a whole number, specifically when it comes to subtracting them. So let's start at the top of a fresh page. I'm just using the back of a page that I worked on before. So I'm just going to write at the top, adding and subtracting whole and mixed numbers. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a total of 4 problems here. When you're adding whole numbers and mixed numbers, that's actually pretty simple. That's pretty straightforward. So let's say I had something like 7 plus 2 1/4. Okay? I don't really have to worry about the fraction piece until afterwards. I'm going to treat this as if I were just adding 2 mixed numbers. The first thing I'm going to do is add the whole numbers together, and that would be 9. And then since this doesn't have a fraction piece, I can almost treat it like it's 0. Alright, if I add 0 and 1/4, well, I just get 1/4. So 7 plus 2/4 equals 9, or sorry, let me start over. 7 plus 2 1/4 equals 9 1/4. Alright, let's try another one. That's Trixie. She's squeaking her toy over there. Let's say we had 4 3/7 plus 10. All right, we're going to add our 2 whole numbers together. That would be 14. And then 3/7 is going to kind of just be by itself because 10 doesn't have a fraction piece. It just has the whole number. So 4 3/7 plus 10 equals 14 3/7. Trixie, stop it. I'm doing a video. Alright. When we get to subtraction, it does get a little more complicated, but it's still pretty straightforward. Let's start off with an easy one. Let's do 14 2/5 minus, 11. Okay? If you have your mixed number first, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is subtract your whole numbers. That would be 3. And then 11 doesn't have a fraction piece, so this is just going to be 2/5. So 14 2/5 minus 11 is 3 2/5. Actually, we might do more than 4 problems. We might do 5 or 6. We'll see. Alright, Trixie, I'm doing a video. This is Trixie. And she wants me to play with her right now. Say hi. Say hi to everyone. I have to do work, baby doll. I love you too. But I got to do work. I'll play with you in a minute. Okay? Okay. Good girl. Anyway, sorry guys. Back to work. Let's say we had 22 1/4 minus 10. Okay, something simple. We subtract the whole numbers. We get 12. And then it's almost like this is a fraction of 0. Alright, 1/4 minus 0 gives me 1/4. So 22 1/4 minus 10 is 12 1/4. Now, when we get to something like this, let's say we had the whole number first, and we had 3 1/3. Trixie, give me this. No, give me this. Let go. Let go. No. Here, go play over there. I gotta do work. Okay. So, we are going to subtract the whole numbers. Alright, just like we start out with. So 17 minus 3, that would give me 14. But 17 doesn't have a fraction piece. It's almost like it has 0 as its fraction. Well, I can't do 0 minus 1/3. So I'm going to do something very similar when I was subtracting mixed numbers. I'm going to borrow. I'm going to instead change this into 16 and give 1 whole as the fraction. So since this one is in thirds, I'm going to write this 1 whole as thirds. So 1 whole written in thirds is 3/3. And now I can subtract 1/3. So instead of 17 minus 3, this is now like 16 minus 3, so my 14 is going to become a 13. Okay, and then 3/3 minus 1/3 becomes 2/3. So 17 minus 3 and 1/3 is 13 and 2/3. You can probably still hear Trixie squeaking in the background. Let's try another one. Let's say we had Trixie. Give me this. I'll play with you in a minute. Go sit down. Go do something else. I'm doing work. Okay. Let's say we had 20 minus 4 and 5/9. Alright. I can do 20 minus 4 pretty easily. 20 minus 4 is going to give me 16. But this is almost like a fraction of 0. I can't do 0 minus 5. 0/9 minus 5/9. So I'm going to borrow and give this 1 whole over here and write it as a fraction. So since this is in ninths, I'm going to write it in ninths. So 9/9 minus 5/9. Now I can do it. So that's 4/9. So instead of 20 minus 4, it was really like 19 minus 4, so I'm going to rewrite this as 15. So 20 minus 4 and 5/9 is 15 and 4/9. And we can double check this, guys. Here's what I can do. Let's just double check this. 15 and 4/9. If I add 4 and 5/9, that should equal 20. Now let's just make sure that it does. So add 15 and 4, that's 19. 4/9 plus 5/9 is 9/9. But that's really like 19 and 1 more whole, which does in fact equal 20. So our math does check out.